guarantee I'll try it.
Every
Bro,
time.
it was so
Every
fucking funny.
time.
He's like, the guy like puts in a matron, and it's just like, yep, you got a 1-1, 3-mana 1-1. And he's like, oh, concede, just immediately like, oh yeah, this it's like, yeah, this turns off
I
your
like that.
entire deck.
Oh.
Do you have your doorkeeper thralls?
No, but those are.
I have, I think, like 2 or 3. You can just either have or borrow.
I
They're
gotta
super
want.
cheap.
Yeah, I think I want. I don't know if I want the what's it called version of them, the case version of them.
I have one case version
I
at
don't
least.
like that.
I just want to
don't
white.
like
I want to
that.
whiteboarder it. That's all.
Ugh.
I'm just
Now
trying
he's
to.
Alright,
not
can we
gonna
start
get
this
it.
cast and
Why-
stop talking
why'd
about
you
this
get-
ugly
Why'd you
whiteboarder?
get? I thought we did start.
It is started.
Yeah, we're going.
We're
dude.
live.
We in it.
MTGO Mash Modern Masters going on. That shit's for fucking noobs. Ain't
Maybe
nobody.
you should dye your hair blonde.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on,
Match
cutie.
this.
Be an
I'm cutting my
Yeah.
hair soon.
And then get a red hoodie, bro.
Just
or
you
red
don't have to
sweater,
announce
take
it.
off the
Okay, we
glasses.
get it.
Cut my hair soon.
You don't have to do that. Okay.
Tap.
It's just funny because I'm growing mine out to be long again.
You guys always
Nice.
do that. Yeah, it's a wait.
I just
Shaved
You
all-
should
I
do
just
it.
shaved.
No, I can't.
Who, me?
No, I'm telling Tony you should grow his hair
My
out.
hair gets wispy.
That's why I shaved it all off.
Yeah, I can't. Those days are
Tap in
gone.
here. Weak hair.
It's like my
Yeah, you
beard's
shave-
like 4 inches long now.
I just got cut.
Yeah, I got tired of it. I just cleaned it all up. I guess it's like at the 5 o'clock shadow going on right now.
Mhm.
But
All right. Well, a whole bunch of stuff came out, and 3, 2, 1. We are live. Let me mark
Oh,
this
I thought
down.
we were.
1653.
We already were.
Dang.
No, we have been live the whole time. I gotta write on a card because I don't have anything nearby.
7:53.
1653. We'll do an extract confession.
did I put you on blast? Didn't we used to do a giveaway every like podcast?
Yeah, no, we stopped that.
Yeah, but that was for our thing. That was for our special 100th episode, and we finally gave it all away.
Yeah, we stopped it at the beginning
I
of the
didn't
year.
get anything.
That's because you're trash.
So you can't get anything.
Actually, like this came up over the weekend at Commander Night. How come Jeff got a Stitch playmat and I didn't?
You can have my Stitch one. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I asked for a Stitch one too.
Yeah, I think there's 3. I think there's 3 Stitch ones.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we need 43 more followers on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
You
buddy.
get your
Okay,
tattoo?
Yeah, we're at 457.
Nice.
bro, you should get that too. We have 1 million views.
Tattoos at 5,000.
Bro, trying to whiteboarder this Misty Rainforest, this like whoever
They
Like,
use
try-
permanent marker, bro.
they went over it with like a paint marker. It's like beyond like a permanent marker. It's like a
It
paint
cannot be
marker.
fixed.
And they fucked up the black border, so I don't actually know where the black border is to put the tape down.
I spend a lot of time
Oh.
going like this, ripping, like going back but down until I get the border correct. It's tough, like to line that up. It's not an exact science. I'm sure if I like spent like a couple hours, I could have an exact way where it's like you have a way to lock in the card and then just have it always
Yeah.
be perfect. But whatever. All right, welcome to episode 145 of Paper Player. I'm your host Tony, joined with Josh, Jeff, and JB. And yes, you are listening to the #1 Paper Player Magic content. It's not even close. It's probably it's definitely one of the best Magic content or podcasts out there. It's not close. I mean, if you listen to Goldfish, like you're getting some advice, but you want to listen to Crim? I like control decks. Blue, blue, blue.
Isn't that you, Tony?
Shut up.
Yes.
Shut
You
the
know
fuck
that's
up.
you.
I don't think I love that podcast, but I don't actually think any of them are good.
They don't have to be. It's entertainment. You don't have to be good.
Right?
Okay,
I
sell
think
yourself.
They're way more.
Yeah, yuck it
They're
up.
way better at being entertainment. Than
You
they are
ever,
at
yeah,
being,
you like, I
true.
don't know, no shade to Sam Black, but you ever watch one of his streams? No talking, just like this on the screen. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Like, it's such a weird thing. It's like, man, all right. But there's not a lot of communication during his podcast. But anyways, like us on socials, connect with us on Linktree. If you find our Linktree, it's going to lead to all of our different socials. We have a whole bunch of them: TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. Twitter is just not for me. I'm a boomer at heart, even though I hate the boomer generation because they steal from the millennials. But that's okay. Like and subscribe. And the Mana Vaults. They have a whole bunch of cool events coming up. They do have
There's like a free legacy this weekend, right?
I don't know about
next
that one.
weekend.
That's next weekend. So Saturday, March 30th, this one, they have a first place gets $500 or store credit, whichever that may be. It's proxy friendly for a CEDH tournament. It's a $30 entry. It's live on on Twitch, and then it looks like, I'm not sure. Yep, it's a 12 p.m. start time. They also have, if you're interested in this, and this is something I want to do, if we could just find a day that we could do this, I'm all for it. But a vintage 90s and 2000s play, and then they also have a what's it called? God, I'm losing my mind here. A Pokemon trivia night that I want to be involved in. Like,
Oh, I do Pokemon trivia.
yeah, that's like what I would really want to do. But this is pretty cool. I have this like base through fossil I'm really into, because I already have 4 decks built for it. So I'm pretty happy with that. If you're
I
interested,
remember you telling me about that.
yeah, I think you and I played.
Because you play with like your nephew or something.
Yeah, I
right?
was beating his ass. They also have a pre-modern tournament on April 20th, 420. What's up? That has gold borders, so you do have to have everything but gold borders. First place gets a Gaia's Cradle, and second place gets a City of Traders, which is pretty baller, $30 entry and so forth.
It's Cradle.
It's a big one. And then they're going to be at the Midwest Gaming Classic, so if you're going there, it's
That's
free
the one you're
entry.
thinking of,
Yep,
that's free.
they have 2 different tournaments going on. So Saturday, April 6th, they have Win a Duel. It's proxy friendly, and it's at the Midwest Gaming Classic. And first place gets Volcanic Island, and they also have
Well,
a
CEDH. Remember,
CEDH.
CEDH Saturday,
Sunday.
Legacy Sunday.
Yes,
Sunday.
Sunday we'll have a legacy tournament for a Win a Duel, which is going to be an underground C, and then it's at 11 a.m. proxy friendly as well. So if you're interested in playing legacy, this is the time to do it because it's proxy friendly, man. It sounds
Yeah,
like,
that's cool. And it's free with a badge or whatever.
Oh, yeah, so-
I think I want to play.
yeah, I'm definitely playing in the Sunday one for sure. Just because interested in that, and then I just want to go to the Midwest Gaming Classic. I think it's gonna be held
See,
at
I'm
the
going. That's on Saturday. I'm going for just go.
yeah, whatever.
That thing is cool, but I'll admit the like room with like all the like pinball machines just reeks of cigarettes, bro.
That's a rough one. All right.
It's like all those machines were like it used to be
In
kept in
bars.
bars or whatever. Yeah.
For years.
Yeah, so show notes, we're going to do a Magic Roundtable, talk about the Store Championship, the promos, Thunder Junction spoilers, plus the keywords. Art Thieves are added again, Bloomburrow token set, Fallout Secret Lair, Pro Tour changes, and RC changes, and then we'll be on the rank the keyword 8. Yeah, let's get into it. Josh and Jeff, tell me about how somebody lied.
All right, let me
Yeah, I've
explain.
been hearing about this for like all week.
So-
I lied.
Once a month, we play Commander with our friends, and it was the last match of the night. It was 3 in the morning. I was playing Red White Equipment, and I had an Approach of the Second Sun like 4 cards down in my deck after casting it once, and our other friend Jeff decided to cast Wheel and was like, the rest of the table can figure out how to stop you. Cast Wheel. At this point, I was down to 6 mana because Tony had out.
Not this Tony. Fatter
Antonio.
Fatter Tony.
He had out the Thassel, the Conjurer's Closets at the end of turn.
Yes.
Blinks,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he had out Yarok. So he was blinking his Acidic Slime.
Mm-hmm.
So Jeff wheels, and Tony goes, now Josh, don't kill my Acidic Slime because I'm going to kill Jeff's lands to stop him from casting Approach of the Second Sun. So where I proceed to look at my hand and go, if he does that, I'm out of this game. There's nothing else I can do. I'm down to 4 mana. So I just straight up said, I don't have the land to cast Approach of the Second Sun, so there's no point to target me and not blow up that Acidic Slime because he's just going to blow up everyone's lands.
Nice.
And me and Tony went back and forth about it, and I was like, I swear to God, I don't have the land, man. I can't cast this spell. So Josh proceeds to blow up Acidic Slime, pass the turn to Tony. Tony can't do anything, and I flip over the top card of my deck, and it's a land. But I did have 2 lands in hand to be able to cast it anyways.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I did try real hard. I did try real hard to win. I was shy of the haste dinosaur.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yes, the correct
Well,
play,
I
even
couldn't win.
if I wasn't lying, probably would have been to still not blow up the Acidic Slime. But I want to know if you're playing EDH, and in that situation, like I said, where if he's allowed to
Yes,
keep
I
the
will
Acidic
lie.
Slime and blow up my lands, and I'm just completely out of the game, why would I ever tell you I have the win in hand?
Yep. No
'Cause
answer.
we're your
Look at
friends,
that.
Yeah.
bro.
He has nothing.
We're your friends, bro. That's
I
why.
agree. Like, play to win. Don't be a bitch. Winning is cool. Okay, if
Yeah,
anybody,
and I
if any-
did. I won. I proceeded to win.
W-
with Approach of
winning
the
is-
Second Son.
EDH is not Rock Band. Okay, let's just be clear on
Yes,
that.
we're not doing this together, man.
This isn't a game. Okay, we're not being like, let's complete the song. I'm picking you up. I did love Rock Band. Just the drum sets were so fucking cool.
Yeah, I didn't get the Haste Dinosaur, and I would have rather would have lost to Approach the Second Son than
So you're
Slime
playing a
again.
game
You
at
should have
3
wore
a.m.
your
Whatever I can
sunglasses.
do to make you win, I am doing that because I want to go home.
If I
Yeah,
wear
we have
sunglasses,
played
can you
like
actually
big
beat
games.
me with
That
Approach the
too,
Second
I was
Son?
like, I want to go home.
That's why I would be like, Jeff, what do you need to do to win? I'll do it. I'll help you. I don't care.
If
Send
I
me
put
home.
2 pairs of sunglasses on, does that mean I have protection from Approach the Second Son?
Sure.
That's funny.
I would allow it. I would allow it.
Just
Survive.
saying. Don't work on me. Everybody else loses, but you don't win. I
By the
am not
way,
blinded.
if you're playing Commander and you have white in your EDH deck and you feel you don't have enough win conditions, literally just put Approach to the Second Son. It's a one card win condition.
Yeah.
That's why I love that card.
Yeah,
They even got a bunch of cool alt arts for it.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
it's a pretty dope card. That card's like staggers at like $5 all the time. I always think in my head that's a bulk card.
Says you win the game.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Thank you. Reading the card does explain it. Yes.
When are we gonna unban limited resources? Come on, give me what I want.
Is that the blue card where you draw your entire
That's
deck?
trade
white card that
secrets.
says people can only
Okay.
have 5 lands total or whatever.
Yeah, the table can have a collective of 10 lands. The table.
Right.
So that means if your head's up 1-on-1, if I have 5 and you have 5, nobody can play any more lands. But if I have 9 and you have 1, but that is. But if it's a 4-player game and it's like he's got
that
2
sounds
lands,
awful.
he's got 3 lands, he's got 2, and he's got 2. Yeah, like
That's
yeah,
great.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool
Bring it
card.
back.
All right, JB, you
Too
get any
many ways
magic?
to remove it, it's fine.
Do you get any magic in JB?
Yeah, I played Legacy twice.
Nice.
On the Tuesday League, I played Red White Initiative
Mm-hmm.
because people at that Tuesday League really love to play combo decks. And boy, oh boy, is Red White Initiative really good against
Don't you
combo
just play
decks.
like one tax effect and they're just like, oh crap, I'm dead, and then you're like,
Yep.
look at this draw engine because you have no way of interacting.
So you just go like, Chalice of the Void, turn 1/1.
Yeah.
All right. If you have an answer, I now have this Archon of Emeria that says you can only play 1 card a turn. You lose.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult, man.
It was really funny because, the 2 players I was playing against knew I was on it.
Yeah.
And they kept hands that were like, Thoughtseize, then go off. And
Sure.
I was just like, yeah, I'll just draw the other Archon of Emeria.
Yeah, check this out.
Make you lose.
Oh, Chrome Mox, you're dead.
Mhm.
Oh, did you die?
I also got to do a really fun thing where my opponent was playing blue-black Scaminator.
Mm.
And I led with, on game 2, he knew what I was on. I led with on the play, or maybe it was game 3, whatever. I had the ability to cast my, what was it?
I don't know. You played the game, man. Wasn't me.
I know.
It wasn't me.
I'm trying to think of what it was, but essentially I had a cave. Oh, that's what it was. I had 2 monkeys in hand. The initiative guy. The cave to... What is it called? The stupid one where you can't counter it. Name human, can't be countered.
Cavernous Souls.
Yeah, Cavernous Souls.
Mm.
And Mox. No, a Chrome Mox. So I led with the Chrome Mox before playing the Cavernous Souls because I knew he wouldn't counter the Chrome Mox or he would counter the Chrome Mox if I played Cavernous Souls first.
Yeah.
So I go Chrome Mox. Wait, he goes, yeah, that's good. And then I go Cavernous Souls, 2 monkeys, play my guy, and he's like, oh god, I just lost. I got this.
Wait,
force
one
little-
monkey.
2 monkeys, 2 Simian Spear Guides.
Oh.
So it was just like play my guy on turn 1, and he's like, oh god, I think I just lost.
Yeah.
And, it was great being able to not be dumb and see that, yes, it is smart to lead with the Chrome Mox when you have the Cavern, because they're just going to counter the Chrome Mox if you play Cavern and then Chrome.
Gotcha. All right.
But I had a lot of fun playing that deck. Went 3-0. Winning like a champ. I mean, 3 games, whatever. But everybody at that league plays combo, so it's just like, oh yeah, I'll just it's a cakewalk all day long. And then on Friday, I put back together the Mississippi River deck. And
Love that deck.
I know.
That deck
I
slaps,
sat
dude.
down. Huh?
That deck
It's fun.
slaps. Yeah.
Well, it's so ridiculous because it actually has redundancy in it. Like, it's just every card you draw is going to make you do it again.
Yep. That's the.
Except if you hit lands, obviously land, you're going to lose. But
yeah, of course.
But basically every card makes you do the thing.
Yeah, that's the deck. It's like I'm gonna do this one thing. You have to beat me before I do this one thing, or you have to counter my one thing this many times.
Yep. So I wasn't playing in a tournament, but we were just kind of like sitting around playing for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit down across from Scott, if you know who Scott is.
Okay.
And he's like, "Do you want to play against a regular deck or a ridiculous deck?" And I'm like, "You play whatever you want, Scott."
Yeah, dude.
And he goes turn 1 Balustrade Spy, and I'm like, "Yep, I can't beat this deck with Mississippi River. It's just faster."
Is that the oops all spell deck?
Yeah, oops all spells. And I was like, "Yeah, there's no way I'm beating you." And then we played a couple of games, and he beat me on turn 1 every time. And then he's like, "Okay, let me try beans. Let me try beans against this." And in game 1, he landed 2 up the beanstalks on me right away, which when you use creative technique, it says cast the card for free.
Yep.
So any card he's casting off creative technique draws him 2 cards. And to speak to how good the deck is at beating through Force of Wills, I still beat him in that game with 2 beans.
Give him the business, baby.
It was unreal.
Yeah.
Because obviously beans can't go super fast. They can play a Murktide pretty early sometimes.
Yeah.
But if they don't land that Murktide, they're pretty slow. So it was just like, oh yeah, I'll just keep casting these until you have no answers. And ended up doing pretty well against him. I think I won like 3 of our 5 games or 4 of our 6 or something like that. But man, I like Mississippi River. And I was looking at Legacy top 8s because I was trying to figure out how to build Black Saga Storm.
Oh, sure.
And one of the most recent 2-star or whatever, because I usually only look at 2-star or 3-star events.
Yeah.
One of the most recent ones was a top 16 built for me, where there was only 2 blue decks and the rest were weird garbage.
Yeah.
Mississippi River was number 1, it won the tournament, and it was just full of red white initiative, goblins, cradle control, and I was like, dude, it's a bad time to be playing blue. I love this. Show me more of this.
Yeah, that is, you ain't lying, dude. Blue isn't it's whatever. It's a good thing for the game.
It's still good. The deck's still good, but Scam is kind of the only good blue
Nah,
deck.
Delver's there. Delver's always there. Grixis Delver, that is.
It's okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's tier 1, but yeah.
It's not gone.
Yeah, and you have 4-color control. You have bean decks. If you eliminate bean decks, I don't know if there is a control deck, right? That might just be gone.
Dead.
Yeah.
There's options.
Maybe blue white's good. I just watched blue white take down a modern tournament. You think you can do it in Legacy?
No, you're missing too many pieces.
When I said that, I'm not saying blue is dead. It's not dead. I'm happy to see that blue is not the only option. For a long time, it was play blue or 2 decks or you're not.
It used to be like you're a clown if you weren't playing Brainstorm as a tournament. For real.
Yep.
You're not playing Brainstorm?
Did it all the time.
I really hope they never get rid of Orcish Bowmaster, because I think that's what really holds it together.
Yeah, it's a necessary evil for the format, and then it forces people to be like, hey, you can be a Brainstorm deck, but then you can also be like, yeah, the format's riddled with Orcish Bowmaster, so I'll just play something else that doesn't draw a lot of cards, but just is a lot of power. It's yeah, you have 2/1/1s, cool deck.
You just overwhelm the board, and they're like, oh, you wasted 4 slots for something that does absolutely nothing.
Right. That's
great.
the point.
I love it.
Sick, man. Yeah, I just played a Legacy League with the what's it called deck?
Cryptic Coat.
No, I didn't play that deck. Cryptic Coat's bad.
Coat sucks.
Yeah, it's certainly a pipe dream. I want it to be good, really bad. It just isn't.
It's fun to do. It's bad to play.
Yeah, the format's just this isn't this is post Modern Horizons 2 Legacy, which is still, and also Lord of the Rings Legacy, to be honest with you. But it's just, if you were to print that card before Modern Horizons 2, I think you have something, but now it's just nah, it's just no good. Or is this Saga? There's just too many decks that just are doing things for free, whereas the investment that you need to have and the typical like I need to play Stoneforge, bad card, don't play it. I love that card and I want it to be good. It's just been bad for so long. Like it's barely hanging on in Modern. So like unban Jitte, honestly, in Modern, it's not gonna do a thing because just
Yeah, that card's totally fine.
there's just no home for it. And like you're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna equip that with Jitte, Bowmaster. You're like, oh right, that's what that does.
You can just remove all of my answers.
Cool, yeah. So
Real quick, I forgot to mention this. I did play FNM on Friday, and it was a standard showdown.
nice.
I borrowed a deck, was missing cards for it, filled in some cards, and still went 3-0.
The beauty of the
That was so
FNM.
funny.
I literally had no plan to go to FNM until like maybe a half an hour before it started, and I went undefeated.
That is pretty tight to be like, all right, cool, I got this all together. Nice.
I think I found my format.
Standard.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you've been doing pretty good in it.
Yeah, man, it's good. Standards
Wait,
like
don't you have like? Aren't you going to the thing?
Yeah, it's May 31st to June 2nd.
damn, dude.
Nice.
Good luck, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
All right, so I played that Legacy deck, and it's fun. Stifle Nut's a very different style for me, so I'm just gonna have to like get a couple more reps with it, and then understand my play patterns because I'm still playing like a control deck, and it's just not the right way to be playing that deck. I need to be just like jam and
aggressive
jam. Let's go.
Yep,
Yeah, just
pretend
jam.
combo.
Yep, just jam go, and hopefully they don't have an abrade or something like that. And then like Uro baits me a lot because I'm like, oh, I'll go for the long con. It's just go for the fucking 12. Just
I
get in
mean,
there.
that's kind of what happens with lands sometimes. Is I think people like get a little too focused on the Urza Saga game plan, and they just ignore like, oh, I have an opening here where if they don't have the single answer right now, they lose.
Yeah. So
It's like just go for it. Sometimes you just gotta go.
all right, let's talk about that cheater. All right, you
Yeah,
tell
okay,
me.
explain this to me.
Well, hang on. I before the podcast, I finished up my tattoo,
Let me see it.
and well, it's still all wrapped up, but
All right, fine.
We'll see
Right.
it next week. You'll show us next week.
right. But Jen, my tattoo artist, over like Thanksgiving, she like did her and her boyfriend did like an Amtrak like tour out west and saw a bunch of national monuments or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And in that time, like they found like they picked up Magic decks or whatever, Commander decks, and they like started playing Magic or whatever, and they learned about it or whatever because like Jen like she like inherited a bunch of Pokemon cards or whatever, so she was like whatever she kind of like got into the world or whatever, and like the nerds or whatever.
It's
That like
mainstream now.
they like their like tattoos and all that stuff. It's like all kind of the same crowd. But anyways, she like when I showed up today, she was like, "Josh, I have a problem," and I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Do you have Magic on your phone?" And I was like, "Oh, you have Arena on your phone?" And she's like, "Yeah, I haven't stopped playing Arena on my phone or whatever." And then like
Got hooked.
we were talking about Arena for a while, and I was giving her pointers, and then she was like, "You know what I fucking hate is when like your opponent like takes for fucking ever," and
It's a
I'm like,
strat.
"Oh wow, you're." I was like,
Roping.
and then I had to explain to her what roping was, and she was like, "That's what I was." Like, she was like, "Well, fuck them, and I take fucking slow shit, so like I'll be here all fucking day."
Power move. Fucking okay.
Right. And then I thought that was crazy. Like she's like a new Magic player. She's like the like target. She's like literally the target for Magic the Gathering. That's like their target demographic or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like
that's the fucking
a
way.
new client, new people drawing them into the game, and then you've got fucking people on Arena making the game like not attractive. And
Yeah.
I think that's just
Gonna
something
happen
like
no matter where you go.
Yeah.
right,
Arena.
it's just something the community should
Yeah.
like be better with.
Arena
We're
is.
about to literally see on camera what the community thinks of it. They don't
Yeah.
care. They're gonna cheat on camera even.
Oh my god, just so true.
Arena is just like the best way to teach someone how to play Magic. Like,
Right.
just like if you're gonna learn Magic, download Arena, do the tutorial. It's gonna teach you the basics. Play some games against bots, learn how like cards work, and then start crafting a little bit, get a little bit of deck building, and then go out into the world. If you start with Commander, you're gonna be fucked.
Mm-hmm.
I think Arena on your phone is definitely has its advantages, but like you should at least get it on your computer and play it on the computer a little bit,
Yeah, for sure.
just so you can get the like full experience. Because like it's definitely not a game that's been optimized for the phone yet.
It
I don't know.
can't.
I
It
feel
just
like
can't.
I feel like they've done a really good job with the mobile because with just phones nowadays and stuff like that, sometimes like a lot of the time I feel like people's phones are better than their at-home computers.
And you're not wrong, but like I feel like there's rope. I explained to her like you could be getting roped, and then you could also have just like someone's on their phone with shitty internet.
Yeah, exactly. That is
Yeah.
true.
The biggest thing is I've lost games because on the phone I can't like let's say if it's like a board state where it's ridiculous really you have 25 creatures and they have 25 creatures and they're just like attack with everything. You're like I have a timer. I have to get the exact blocks right, and then like I'm like misclicking because like there's just you
You
just
gotta
can't.
go fast. Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, I didn't block 4 creatures which I intended to block, and I died to like lethal. So it's like, oh, cool. So that happens, but that's just the nature of the beast. You know, that's you're gonna lose some games like that, but you know. Okay. So here's this guy cheating.
That was my story.
The guy on the left, Daniela Carmine. He's playing a Goryo Blink deck. Looks like a modern because it's got fetch lands in it.
Yep.
So he's searching through his deck, and
Wait,
as
did you say it looks like modern because it has fetch lands?
yes, and compared to Pioneer,
Instead of,
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I was like,
Goryo can't be in Pioneers.
That
yeah,
too,
let's say
that too.
Goryo is
Yeah,
not
I know.
Pioneer.
But typically, like if you were to look at this board state, like if you just minus,
I guess that is fair. It does look like it could be Pioneer.
Yeah, it's just but so they're playing the Grand Open qualifier or whatever that is, and the guy's looking through his deck, and then he spots a card. He goes, looks at his hand, goes back to spot the card, just a little bit off camera, pulls
And
that,
This is going to be
and then
Oh, this classic move. I got it.
So
When he shuffles,
Right
he
there.
makes sure.
he grabs the land that he wants, he puts it there. The Goryo's Vengeance in front, puts it down. See, he grabs that top card of his deck, puts the entirety on the top, does a bullshit shuffle. Where
Yeah,
the
where
top card doesn't
essentially,
move.
yeah, I was about to say the top card doesn't move
Yep.
if you don't know what he means by both. This has been done before on cam, and people have busted people for
Yeah,
it.
and then moves right instead of offering the cut. He puts it like in a loose spot, kind of like, hey, it's
So
like
that way it looks like he offered the cut, but the guy didn't
Correct.
take it.
and then just immediately play something, which is a Teferi, and then basically making sure that he has
nothing. Draws
yeah.
card for his Goryo's Vengeance, so he can get back his
Yeah.
attract.
So this is like
next
a consequence of like Magic and paper of shortcuts, right? You are trying to speed
Yeah.
up the game, so you want to. There's shortcuts that are just inherently needed to make sure that things go fast, or at least you can kind of conserve time because you are sharing a clock. You don't have individual clocks like on Magic Online. So he is taking like, here's I'm going to do this quick, and then I'm just going to play a
Liberty.
Teferi, and just like all these things are happening like quickly, and the opponent's thinking like, oh, here's a play that's going on the stack. Do you want to do something? Like you might have something to respond to it, whatever it may be. I may have to flash in a Bowmaster, whatever. So he's immediately just putting the pressure onto him. But the thing is like just right here, like the classic, like
Always, always, always pay attention. If your opponent doesn't offer you to cut,
Oh, you cut that deck instantly.
Yeah,
there's
just-
something going on.
always,
There's never been a time where I'm playing
Yeah.
fast where I have not offered to cut the deck.
yeah,
Right.
Even
yeah.
when even when time is coming up,
Yeah.
I'm like, cut.
cut. And if the opponent gets annoyed with me offering the cut, where they go like, dude, I'm not going to cut you. It's like, dude, this is like a courtesy thing I do because like it is. I expect the
You're supposed to.
it's my
So rare.
expectation
That's
of
so
you too.
rare.
What's like my expectation of you too. Like I need you to present me your deck. Don't make me come across the table to like grab your deck because I don't want to do that.
Mhm.
Like just like that's I'm just
That's
yeah.
no offense to you. It's just
Yep. But,
built in because that's what you're supposed to do.
so this dick is getting lit up on Twitter about it, and he had a 7-0 record, so he was already gonna make top 8 probably or whatever this was.
Well,
Well,
So
I-
let's be real here.
yeah.
Usually when they're doing this on cam, they're doing it off cam all the time.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. He did it all tournament long, and then he sometimes got his deck cut and sometimes didn't, and that's probably why he's like hitting Atraxa and whatever. But the bottom line is like the punishment for this kind of behavior, you should just get a lifetime ban. I don't
Yep.
like. I
Yeah.
don't condone this.
willfully
Any player
cheating.
that has integrity also will not condone this. And nobody's gonna be like, well, he made a mistake. No, you're done. Like,
Lifetime ban.
Lifetime
you can
ban.
appeal. You
Right,
can appeal it
yeah.
in 10 years.
yes.
Again, it's kind of like Alex, whatever his name is.
Bertini,
the
yeah.
Bertini
quarters.
came back 3 times and cheated all 3 times.
Yeah, who would have guessed?
Yeah. Oh, weird how he likes he values the win over the integrity of the game. So, so with that,
That's also a consequence of like the game like having like the lucrative prizes.
sure, but that, you can't
That's
cheat.
Which is not a bad
push
thing.
people
It's not a
more.
bad thing.
Yeah.
But like this behavior is why we don't have the
They do
giant
it like
prize.
in Pokemon too. Pokemon, like I remember there was a year where like the top 8, like of the top 8, 3 of them, like I'm talking like the video game, like of them had 4 like cheated like modded Pokemon, meaning they got it from like a Game Shark or whatever, so they had perfect IVs and all that. Like this shit happens all the time. It's so hard to police. It just sucks for the people that try to be in.
Literally
like,
happens in every competitive aspect.
Yeah, you
Like,
name it.
people cheat in the NFL even.
Aim bots, you name it. Like it
Yeah.
goes on and on. Like it's just one of those things, and people have been caught with it. When you get caught red-handed, that should.
Deflate the ball.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
but like with
Steroids even.
with this kind of stuff, like
Oh,
just. I
Hanging
don't.
on trash can.
Yeah, I like if you truly wanted to like de-incentivize it and like maybe, and you think guys would do this, right? Like cheat, get on cam. Sorry, you're gonna have to play straight for 1 round. But like to
Nope.
cheat on camera is fucking crazy. Like
Well, that's the problem. Is it's so built in because they need to get good at it and they need to be able to do it quickly without
Yeah.
being caught.
yeah,
So it just becomes second nature at that point.
Oh,
so
sure.
they can't
Okay.
really turn it off. It just
All right.
doesn't turn off.
fair enough. But yeah, I just there's all the wins that you've had, all 7 wins that you had today, all of them are
Are
discredited.
now legitimate.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah,
no,
they're
they're all
illegitimate.
yeah, they're all in question, and then it doesn't
And
matter.
that whole tournament's fucked now because those 6 people lost to you cheating. So
Yeah.
technically they didn't
Well,
lose.
yeah, I mean,
Well,
fair.
and that's just like consequences of what it is.
Yeah.
You know, like where there's no way they're going back and fixing any of that.
Well, yeah.
It
But
is.
there's
But
no.
I'm saying if
yeah.
I was in the pro tour and that happened to me and my chance was messed up because you cheated,
That's the
like
yeah.
you're fucking me out of possibly like $50,000.
Yeah, of course. It's
That's not a joke.
it's an integrity.
I
It's
get
just-
it.
Yeah,
What I'm saying is there's no way to fix it.
Agreed.
yeah. I'm not saying we
So-
can't. There's no way to reverse time other than like this guy can't play in future Magic. That would be the solution. Just like yeah, sorry, you,
Ban.
like you had your one chance and you blew it. And this is like on cam, obvious as hell. Like there is no confusion on this. Like you did this intentionally and that's it. Like it's not one of those like oh I drew an extra card. That's not cheating. That's just whatever. This
It
is
happens, yeah.
Like people make mistakes. Oops, the top card of my deck flipped. Sorry. Oh, whoops, I accidentally put this in my hand on the
Knocked
field, not in my
myself
hand.
over.
Stuff like that. I was like, stuff like that just legitimately happens. But all right, let's get on to it. Sword Championship.
Don't cheat.
polls? Yeah, that's the bottom
Oh,
line.
these look so sick.
I know I like these.
Dude,
This Vengevine is sick.
that I like that hollow one.
The big
Little
elk.
bucks.
For- Man, they're coming out for the vintage heavy hitters.
I
here.
know, no shit, right? That's what I thought.
Why vintage?
Who cares? They're tits. I
I
love
just think
Vengevine.
it's funny.
I just
like
hope,
it.
dude.
It's just so funny to me.
I'm gonna go hunt down. I think I have. I thought I had 4
I mean, I would
Vengevines.
like
I,
to play Hollowed one.
I want something to get broken in Modern Horizons 3 that makes Vengevine good. I fucking love that card. That's like
I
one
mean,
of my
if
pet cards.
Vengevine's good, Hollowed one might be decent too.
Mhm.
Because you're pitching a bunch of shit probably.
Yep.
More.
But-
Hogak.
Yeah,
Here's the open, baby.
Yeah.
Let me get it.
love it. These are cool. Store promos that are going to be coming out. So there's a Commander Party which has costly plunder. I don't know if this is a card that you guys play. You guys would know better than I would. In black decks.
I've never seen that card before.
I've never seen this
Probably
card.
fine. I don't know.
It's just a 2-mana sacrifice, usually a treasure token to draw to. Like that's usually what people are using it for. I don't know why this is Commander related, but okay. The other
Prob.
sort, the triple loot, get a gang together, bring new friends to their first event, and play it against 3 promo cards, which has. These were cards that were initially, I believe, all 3, not the Cultivate, but these Transmutation Font and also the Altec Matter Weaver. Those were cards that were supposed to be in the Aftermath set, and they weren't. So there's like ways for them to get there. They're also in the main packs, but the main packs have 5. In a play booster, you can get 4 different set symbols. In a collector booster, you can get 5 different set symbols all in one pack. And that's not including the list.
Sounds so sick.
Hell yeah.
It's wild. All right.
Welcome to not understanding what you're opening.
Yeah, play at 2 plus pre-release events and get a collector pin. I like that they're incentivizing people to go to pre-releases. So like, good on that. Love it.
Cactus pin.
Yep, it's just a
Dude, that pin
cactus.
is sick.
It's just a cactus. It's pretty nice.
Agreed too.
Yeah.
I love that pin.
This is ridiculous. Why?
Diabolic Tutor.
Yes, why?
It's cool. I don't know. I like it. I think
The
there's
card's not bad.
It's not good.
It's like the acceptable
It's not
tutor, right?
good.
No.
Nobody wants that.
All the 3-mana ones got reprinted in a bunch of sets. So
I know.
why
I
play
know,
this?
I know.
Bad.
And
This one's like a quarter.
buy box promo, you get this Magdo, which we'll talk about a little bit later. We're not going to go too in depth in cards. There's some more cards that came out today that are pretty interesting. All right, Thunderdogs.
Stupid dragon. The dragon.
Which one?
No one
The
cares.
Hellkite, whatever, the one that got reprinted, Thundermaw, whatever. All right. So Magda, the Horde Master, 1 in a red. This is going to show the crime mechanic, which it has the specifics. A crime is committed whenever you target an opponent or anything they control, and or cards in their graveyard is a crime. So if you bolt their face, or if you use a Tormod's
Wasteland.
Wasteland, or sorry, all sorts of those things, it does. You commit a crime, and then with this one, you can sack 3 treasures to make a 4/4 Scorpion Dragon token that has flying with haste only activates. So Scorpion Dragon's cool, but this is a bad
Real
Magda.
quick, because you didn't say this. When you commit the crime, you create a tap trigger. It
Oh, I'm
only
sorry.
triggers once each turn.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I
That
think that,
Scorpion Dragon is in Marrow's teaser, so that card's gonna come yet.
oh no, she makes the Scorpion Dragon. A 4/4 token. Yeah, that's what that is.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm an
Yeah.
idiot.
And then here's another card that shows off a new
Oh,
mechanic.
yeah.
Slick Shock Show Off, which is 1 in a red for a 1/2 flying haste, and then whenever you cast non-creature spell, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn, and then it has the ability Plot, which is 1 in a red. In this case, and it says you may pay 1 in a red to exile this card from your hand, cast it as a sorcery on a later turn without paying its mana cost. Plot only as a sorcery.
Art is good.
That's just what's it called?
Foretell.
No, the fiend that does
Better
that.
Fiend, yeah. Kiln Fiend.
Kiln fiend.
Oh, sure, they
but it's
factored
got the plot that lets you set them up better.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Plot. So that's we were talking about it like briefly in our chat today, but it's a really hard card to like determine because Foretell was kind of bad because you still had to pay mana, right? So like you'd put the thing away and that would be cheaper, and then you always had to have mana up for it. This being able to like, and yes, it has the caveat of only being played as sorcery, but to invest something and be like, okay, next turn I'm gonna Wrath and then follow up with a free spell. I think that's where like this gets good.
Yeah.
But in Modern Magic, the card has to shine, right? It has to be like a superb card. It has to be fantastic because so many cards just do so much by just casting them normally. So a Plot incentivizes setup. And I like that it's not the next turn. It's just whenever it's convenient. So I like that it just sits there. I really like that ability.
No, it says on a later turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is there gonna
it's
be
not the next turn.
Yeah.
It's you just.
Is there
you
gonna
can-
be
it just
like
sits.
you know, there's like the on an adventure space or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it. Is there gonna be a plot space now?
No, it's just exiled.
Oh,
Yeah, it goes in the same thing as like the Foretell that uses Exile Zone. So Exile Zone is just Graveyard
That's
3.0.
I don't know. It's just weird because it's like, how do you differentiate? That
I
from
set
other
a trap card.
It's no different than like I don't know. It just goes in a plot
You know what I
zone.
mean, though, right?
Yeah, they have
Yeah,
like,
At least with
for-
on an adventure, it
Yeah.
kind of like because it's the same thing because you're doing a thing and then putting it to the side.
yeah, Foretell had like a token that you could set, and you would put your cards on top of the Foretell token. But like these are over here. They're not in play, but they're on this. This is signifying that these are foretold. So you'll just have the same plot area. But I like that you. The cool thing is, and this might be where plot gets degenerate, and it like kind of plays like Livian, where you're like plot, and then you're just playing like this removal game, and then you're like, all right, one turn, 6 creatures come down, like here we go, and then
Yeah,
like somehow give them all
Little long
haste.
town.
You're just like boom, get you with the one shot. So like that might be a strategy. I just like I said, it's hard to play without having actually played it. It's really hard to determine like is this a waste of time or is whatever. All right, so they came out with a bunch of a new kind of mana symbol, if you will, but the card that we're showing on the screen is Great Train Heist, which has red, and then above the red symbol it has plus. And it's an instant, and then it has a mechanic called Spree, which is choose one or more additional costs, which all of these, I believe, have had 3 abilities. And the abilities are +2 in a red, so that would mean that this card costs red 2. Untap all creatures you control. If it's your combat phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase, and then it has +2. which is a separate clause below that clause that says creatures you control get +1/+1 first strike until end of turn. And then the last one is just for plus red. Choose target opponent. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to that player this turn, create a tap token. You can do all of these plus. You can do red. It can be triple red and 4, so 7 mana. So like you can do all these, but you can't just cast it itself. It's red plus, so you have to choose a mode. You can't just like throw this away for a red.
Yeah, you can't use it as like a what's it called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are interesting. I don't know.
I mean, it's gonna be like all the other pseudo kicker spells. Right?
It's literally build your own card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want it to be at what mana cost?
Right. That's exactly what it is. It was a way for them to like arena like a mana cost changing. I'm like, well, how can we do this? And this is the way they did it. So it's as close as it's gonna be, right?
Yeah, because I think the plus symbol does mean when you cast it, its actual mana cost is
Red. It's cost of 1, but the plus it's mandatory to do plus. You can't just cast it for red. You need red, and then you need.
See, I'm curious if the plus at the top means that like if you like, right, let's say you pay the red to cast Great Train Heist, but then you pay the +1 to choose target opponent.
Mm-hmm.
If it on the stack, its mana cost becomes 2.
Yeah, it's just a single red.
No, it's 4. It's gonna be 2.
Oh, it is? I thought they said that wasn't adding to its mana cost. Its mana value on the stack stays the same.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes.
I
So
didn't.
Chalice on the Chalice for 1 Rexus card is what you're saying?
I think it works all of them. Because it doesn't add to the mana value of the card. The value always stays 1. And then when you do this, it's an additional cost like kicker. Because it's like a kicker doesn't add mana value, right? It's like, or overload doesn't add mana value. It just says like.
I guess it is an additional cost. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not adding to the thing. It's just the plus is just to signify that
you have to
choose a mode or you cannot cast this card. Even though you should be able to cast this card, I have no effect. I think that's cute, but like the Great Train Heist, it failed. Doesn't work. But, all right. Double Down, which is the KFC special. I don't know if you're into that sandwich.
This card reads so busted, dude. Oh my god.
I think it is busted. It's certainly like the EDH go get
Woman looks like Carmen Sandiego.
because she is. So Double Down is blue and a 3. And it's an enchantment, and it's whenever you cast an outlaw spell, copy that spell. If you don't know what an outlaw spell is, well, it's an assassin, a mercenary, a pirate, a rogue, a warlock. They're all outlaws. And
Yeah, so it's essentially like the adventure party from.
yeah, same thing. Party mechanic.
Dungeons.
I just felt like the meme. There's like that, that one meme of like the guy like holding his head, sweating, and he has to pick between like this. He's like
Hang on, isn't there like a squad or something?
squad tokens.
Is that
Or
not? No, there's like a. I think it might be in the next set. Maybe there's like a rumored mechanic that's kind of like squad,
Sure.
or it's like called squad, and they think it's gonna be like party.
I thought squad is what people thought the name of what outlaw is.
Yeah, it could be. Either way, I like the meme of rogues being like, "Am I in the party, or am I a mercenary, or am I an outlaw?"
Can you name the 4 parts of a party?
Yeah, it's warrior,
Cleric, warrior,
cleric,
rogue,
warrior,
and,
wizard.
Rogue, wizard,
Yeah,
we got
warrior.
there, boys.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
rogue, wizard, warrior, cleric.
yeah, dude. And that party mechanic sucked. Like that was
Trash.
it was really bad.
Well, it just didn't have enough payoff for how much you had to set up.
They
It's
put
because it comes down to that one set thing.
yeah, and also Zendikar is known for allies. Why they changed it to party was really dumb.
And miss
like
on the
allies.
fact that you don't make any party cards in the D&D set.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's a big
queef.
problem.
Like what?
Yeah, bad move. But that's what an outlaw spell is. It's one of those 5 types. So, and then lastly, I'm showing you on the screen, trained Ernix. Yeah, whatever. 1 and a white for a 3/1, and it's a creature, cat, beast, and then it's got a new type, mount. And then whenever this thing attacks while saddled, it gains first strike until end of turn, scry 1, and then saddle is like crew. You can only do it as a sorcery, so it's saddle 2, and then all it does is give the thing a bonus when it's saddled. You don't need it to be saddled to attack like a vehicle. It's not like someone's driving it. It's just it gets a bonus for having something on its back. It doesn't gain power. It doesn't do any of that. It just says the ability triggers. So there's a lot of cards that like if this is mounted, it does an additional thing, which is
This
kind of
is-
weird.
This is what companion should have been from the beginning.
What the fuck are you talking
It's
about?
like you think about a companion, like
Yeah, sure. I'm with you. Okay.
yeah, like this animal you ride, it's like your companion.
Yeah. That's fair. All right, I like it. All right, so that was all the mechanics that came out this set. Now, I didn't pull too many cards out. We can go over the spoiler a little bit more. The cards I thought were pretty interesting. So this Jace Reawakened. It's a blue Planeswalker. That's right, 2 mana for 3 loyalty.
For Jace.
For Jace,
2
yeah.
mana.
It has you can't cast a spell during your first, second, or third turns of the game. So this is a card that's like that text has existed before.
They're Avenger.
Yep, there you go. And then it's got 3 abilities. Classic Planeswalker, which is +1.
When did Sarah Venture come out?
Time Spiral,
Years
2007.
ago.
Time Spiral or Time
Yeah.
Spiral.
Yeah, it was the
right?
first set. Yep.
Huh.
Yep, 2007. Because it has to deal with timing. Get it?
Yeah.
All right, so +1, draw a card, discard a card. Then +1, you may exile a non-land card with a mana value of 3 or less from your hand. If you do, it becomes plotted. So we talked about plot already. So it just sits there in the 8th turn. You can cast it for free on a later turn. And then -6 until end of turn. Whenever you cast a new spell or a spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. We all agree that we're only playing this for the middle ability, if that's good enough, right? So
100%.
I like this with
Oh my
Restore
God,
Balance.
It's so ridiculous.
Big fan of this because the downside to Restore Balance decks is you have to build a Cascade deck, and there's just better things to be doing with Cascade. Whereas there are things you can do to set up and have this sitting, and just be like, "Yo, you get ahead of me. I'm gonna
You're
pop,
way ahead. Yeah, you're way ahead. I'm gonna
pop,
wreck you.
pop." Just whatever. So I like the cards like that.
You better kill me now, or you won't have it.
Yeah. Another card that's coming in the
I
set.
like the Tybalt thing where you can.
Yep. You can do the flip side.
Whatever, not cloak, whatever it is.
Plot. You can
Plot
plot
it.
the 2 mana Valky, and you can cast the Tybalt side for
Yeah,
free.
it's the classic issue with Tybalt that came up before.
Any flip card.
Cascade.
Any flip card that has a front side that's super cheap and a back side that's like, super expensive. So, and Tybalt just is the one card that is the most
Lots of
degenerate in that.
BS.
Yeah.
You skip 5 turns.
No kidding. Colossal Rattleworm, which is green 2 for a 6/5 worm with trample, and then if Colossal Rattleworm has flash, as long as you control a desert, and then also it has an activated ability of 1 and a green, exile it from your graveyard, search your library for a desert card, and put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle.
This is like the perfect card.
It's really good. It seems
It
really
does
good.
everything. Like no matter it's 4 mana, so it comes down early enough. Late game, it can possibly come in, flash, kill something. When it's in your graveyard, it mana ramps you. Like this does everything.
Oh yeah.
What's better, this or Questing Beast?
Question Beast a lot.
I was about to say,
Questing
talk
Beast.
about 4 mana do a lot. I was
Questing
just
Beast doesn't
looking
do
at this
anything from the
I
graveyard,
like
though.
Questing Beast.
Yeah. So this is a more of a
Use both. Like it's a. I think that if they were both on the battlefield, you would be at a stalemate though.
I mean, yeah. Well, Question Beast attacks and it has Death Touch, so it attacks for free. And yeah,
And then I block, and then I
They
ramp.
trade.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Go ahead.
But the thing is, like, if you attack me, I get to attack and then block. Like, so, as far as this card goes, this really is going to come down to, can you give this thing flash? If you can't give it flash, I think the card stinks. If you can, it's meh. So
I think we're getting desert dual lands.
we are.
Like-
yeah. Yeah, those already exist. They all come into play and deal 1 damage to your opponent.
I meant like with land types.
Oh, I like to search them.
That's the desert.
Oh, we're gonna get real duels.
Duels
Hell
instead
yeah.
of desert.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
Desert,
just gonna
and
it's
then
just gonna be an
legendary.
underground sea, but it's gonna be a desert.
And
De-
legendary.
Double D's,
Yeah.
desert duels. Yeah.
Yeah, double D.
All right, final showdown. Same
Oh,
thing.
this card.
Has Spree. It's single white. It's an instant, and then it has 3 different abilities, which is +1. All creatures lose all abilities until end of turn. So 2 mana, just kind of everything is vanilla. The other +1 it has is choose a creature you control. It gains indestructible until end of turn. So kind of cute there. And then lastly, it's white 3. So 6 mana, instant destroy all creatures, which probably good. I don't know.
All right.
Some
At first, I
Forger
thought you
list.
could cheat and cast it with Cascade into any option.
Yeah, that's
No.
Like,
they
ooh, this is gonna be
yeah
so good.
yeah. That's I think they avoided
Didn't
that.
want that.
Yeah,
yes. Which
yeah.
is smart.
Correct.
It would have been terrible.
Oh yeah. The upside is like
you want to make Cascade even better?
there's so like Spellseeker can go put this on top of your in your hand. Like there's a lot of ways to go like tutor these kind of spells or whatever. Sunforger's like the meme of it
Forger.
all. Yeah.
Well, and that's why when you posted Sunforger, I was like, wait, you can just
I thought that too. I was like, geez, these are
2
good.
mana, do whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
It's gonna be stupid.
All right. So this is I'm showing on the screen right now a wanted version of one of the cards, but it's Annie the Veteran, which is 3 red, green, white. And I'm only showing this for the what it looks like on the screen. So
Stylization,
yep.
yeah.
As far as the card goes, it's probably nothing. It's a flash, and when it go on.
I do like that style. I don't know if I specifically like the art of this card, but I do like that style.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wanda poster. Yeah. At least it's like legible and I can read it. So I like
You're
that.
gonna
Foxy's
whiteboard
one is
this?
sick.
Yeah. This card
There's a
doesn't seem that
whiteboard
good
of
though.
this?
I would
No,
whiteboard
he
it, yeah.
doesn't. Not this one. The case one is what he was talking
Oh,
about.
case. Okay.
Yeah, this is so again, a million different cards. They have Scorching Shot, which I thought was pretty interesting, which is red, just deal 5 damage to target creature at sorcery speed. This is kill target. They should have had an art with this. Is just killing a Shieldred.
Yep.
Like that's all they really should have done. That's what this card's there for.
Ah,
Also kills
so
Vein
that's why
Ripper.
they didn't ban Shieldred.
Yeah, I mean it's probably not good enough. Like
Yeah,
I mean, there's already a card that kills Shieldred at instant speed that gets played.
yeah,
Yeah.
sorcery speed's kind of Duke City, and it's not splashable by any means. So this card, I don't know.
I think with it being 2 red, you could have made it instant.
Yeah, I think so too. Here's one of these set symbols. I think this is like from the. This is called like this. What do they call this? It's like from.
This is the aftermath. That
No,
like,
no.
that
This
got
is
mixed in.
the bonus sheet.
The bonus sheet is the star. I thought the gold
Oh,
circle.
Brian
Or no,
Star.
that's
So
the special
there's
guest.
special
Never
guest.
mind.
There's a special guest. There's this card, which is like
Yeah, this is the
the
bonus sheet, I
big
think.
the big vault. No, there's also a bonus sheet.
The big score.
The big score.
The big score is a different. The
Oh
big
my
score is a
God,
different.
I
yeah,
hate
set.
it's
so
crazy.
much.
So it's super confusing.
This
but
is I forget what this is called.
yeah.
Anyways,
It's
Called
the
Rhinestone. It costs 1 mana.
Yep.
the TP. So it's like something with or the P. What's
Yeah,
the P?
dude. I'll be honest. This is the hardest part about this set because this is them doing some. We can't make another aftermath because it bombed so badly, so we got to cram everything into one thing. So this is just a bonus sheet.
art is sick.
It's pretty cool. The prosperity post, maybe that's what it's called. The
Yeah.
prosperities. Yeah, that's what they're all referring to. But this is a grindstone. Really sick art. You can get these in packs.
Oh, you can?
Yep.
Basic pack?
The only thing there's
Nice.
only one
Look at
card.
that Brazen
Yeah,
Bar.
you can't get So you have Brazen Borrower, which is a weird special
That's
guest.
a
to have.
Special guest.
Yeah, so that's you can see that it
That's
says
what I thought too, and I don't even like that art.
this
I
art
do.
sucks. Brazen Borrower has
I
got
like
it's got
I
3
like
arts
the,
already.
I like the one that
4
I got,
arts.
the oil
Oh,
one.
well, now this is the 4th. Yeah, yeah. You got the from the vault
I
one.
like
You
the
have
original showcase one.
Yeah, that's the cool one. But all right, then we also have right here this whatever the hell this is. So this is
The
from
big
big
score. This
score.
is the one that was supposed to be the aftermath.
yeah, that was supposed to be aftermath.
Something.
And then whenever you cast a creature, this one is Ultec Matter Weaver. So this is just in the set. It's just gonna have a different. It's just gonna have a different set symbol. Yep. So it's whenever you cast a creature spell, choose one of these things. You get to make a 1/1 known artifact token, or create a token that's a copy of a target artifact that you control. And
Artifact token you control.
Yep. Here's another card that I thought was pretty nifty. Bovine Intervention, which is 1 and a white for instant. Destroy target artifact or creature. Its controller gets a 2/2 white ox creature token.
So funny.
Yeah. Yeah, the little, like,
No one could prove the ox did it,
yeah.
but no one tried to harness it again either.
Yeah. A big fan of this.
Like
don't-
when you're playing like what's that game called, Fable, and you like walk past the house and it's like on fire and
Yeah.
the goose is like there and you have to. The goose did it.
So, does this card have a home? Because it's kind of like
Yeah,
Pongify,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, why
no.
wouldn't you just play it?
No.
Oh wait, yeah.
It can't get
Artifact
anything,
or
but it gets
creature?
a,
Yeah, it hits 2 things.
In like
Yeah,
in
but-
standard, maybe.
I don't even think so in standard. Isn't
'Cause, like get lost is better.
yeah, isn't
They
Get
give-
Lost just infinitely better?
Does that hit Planeswalker or Enchantment?
It's creature, enchantment, or planeswalker.
Enchantment.
It's close, man.
That plus you still have otherworldly light.
I feel like
Outwardly.
Get Lost gives the opponent more value though.
A 2/2,
Yeah, I was
a
gonna
map token doesn't do anything if you don't have a creature. A creature attacks and blocks no
For
matter
sure,
what.
for sure. It's just mainly that it hits an artifact or creature, and it is like either like the regular
I
bank buster doesn't exist, right? So it's like that's banned. So that's not a big issue. Is there any artifacts
only-
that are substantial in that
The
format?
only artifact that really sees play is Urza's Forge, and
Sure.
that's to like combat like control decks,
Okay.
and like they don't care really.
All right. This is on my
No
list
more
because it's one of the it's one of those things. It's just like, how good is this card? I don't know if
There's so many removal spells in the format now that
Yeah.
like
maybe it's
I
just
don't
bad.
even think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's too many.
Oh,
removal
and by the
spells
way,
nowadays.
you can in booster packs you can get
Yes.
Oko Thief of Crown. So,
That's so sad.
Oh, wow.
so yeah, and they showed many different foils here,
That's
but this,
kinda sick.
yeah, if you open that at the pre-release and
With the elk, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
yeah,
Oh, I can't wait to open this and Oko the hell out of some kid that has no idea what Oko is.
yeah. So
Let me show you how
I
fucking
don't
good
think
I
he's
am.
that good in limited though.
are you crazy?
Are you stupid?
Are you crazy?
I don't think he's that good in
Come on,
a
man.
format where power level
So-
is nowhere near what it is in vintage.
I don't know
and
if you
Legacy,
noticed,
where he's good.
But like that red. A lot of the cards, like I think they're trying to do a rebirth of Planeswalkers.
Stop! They literally said last set we want to do no more planeswalkers.
No, what I'm
They
saying
want
is
to do
are you
one
trying
a
to-
set.
one a set. They said one a set, but they want to make Planeswalkers special again. You don't see a lot of cards targeting Planeswalkers in this set. They just don't.
Great, and then you know what's going to happen? The same thing that happened before. Planeswalkers are going to be busted
Good.
every time they get released.
Good. They're the face of the game. You know?
No, that's not good.
Yeah. I showed it
Make
on our
all the
Facebook.
planeswalkers not planeswalkers, but then we'll make them planeswalkers again.
You can play Oko in Vintage Cube and you can play it in Vintage Ski. That's basically the areas you can play Oko. And it's still a powerhouse in Vintage because it's super good.
Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can play it against you can play it as a 4X in your Oath of Druids deck because you can make their
because Oath exists. and
you can
say,
make
well,
their
I don't care, I
Mox
don't
Ruby into an elk and trigger your oath.
And then you flip your guys.
You're like, check this out. So it's super
I will
good.
get my
Also,
10/10
it was
or
like
whatever.
the year that Oko came out, it was iconic that it turned Black Lotus into a 3/3 elk and won Vintage Worlds. So
Yep.
with attacking with
a Black Lotus. It was pretty cool. So it's kind of has a stamp on
Stupid.
Magic's history, right?
It's a real good card.
And the 4 different commander decks which I'm showing, which is an Olivia deck, which cares about outlaws, a Stelly wildcard, which is like a pew pew deck or a second spell deck, whatever. It's a quick draw deck. The third one is a desert deck, Yuma, Proud
Bro,
Protector.
this is just the Mandalorian, by the way.
Nah, dude, this is something cooler than that. Mandalorian's lane
He's
Why
literally
would
holding Baby Yoda.
they- Why would they do this?
because I don't know. Isn't there's yeah, whatever. Cool.
Star Wars is technically based off of like Western, anyways.
Everything is the spaghetti westerns existed for everything.
Yeah.
Gonti, Canny, Inquisitor, which is probably going to be the one thing that casual tables don't want you to hear about, because Josh won't play with this card.
Why?
Yeah, you play your opponent's cards.
Yeah, it's entire
Oh, that guy. Okay.
spells you cast but don't own cost 1 less to cast. So it's
I won't play against like non-randos against this. Against like you guys, I'd be play or whatever. But like
Yeah.
against like at a store, I would not play
Yes.
against anyone that
So
can play my
it just
cards,
steals
because I don't
cards and
want to
generates mana.
minimize the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will steal your.
Minimize the risk of my cards going home with someone.
All right, fair. And then also in these decks, they have like a new kind of sub theme, like Plane Chase. It's called Wanted, and then it has rewards for them. And each deck has a set of 6 or something that has personal
like that.
rewards for it. So like another variant in Commander. So have fun. Cool.
All right. Well,
Please
I've
start.
been going.
what was that thing they did with the event where you had to beat the big boss?
No
You
one
remember what
cares.
I'm talking about? The pre-release that had like
Arch
like
enemy.
that big
Like
boss?
the Garrick thing. That was like the giant Garrick thing.
There was also the thing to open the Hell Vault.
I think that might be what I'm thinking of.
I've been going through my tokens lately, and I found a lot of the information cards that have like, oh, here's a quick way to play Magic and do this, and like I've been keeping those because I kind of want to make a battle box of like all the different ways to play.
Let's play, boy. All right.
Artists suck.
Yeah, they suck at committing crimes for damn sure. So this came out this week. There's a card that is from a commander deck, I think, from MKC, whatever. It's Trouble in Pairs, and then here is the source material of where they got this whole thing off of, and then when someone puts the side by side, this is the comic book, this is the magic
man,
art.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's
So
real bad.
yeah.
That's
So,
real.
yeah.
It ain't even like tracing or something. It's like full on just I'll copy paste.
Yeah. So
I'll cut
it's
this out and put it in.
it's certainly not a good look for damn sure.
Wild.
At least he's
Well,
being
I mean,
smart
I guess
about
how
it,
do you
just staying
stop it,
quiet.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how do you stop it? You can't stop your artists from doing this. You
Yeah,
can
this
just be
is-
like, we're not working with them from now on.
Yeah, this is
like,
so
okay.
so blatant. Yeah.
So ridiculous. I love it. It kills me.
Yeah, it's like you're not even
I love it
trying,
in the
dude.
in the way of like it makes me laugh a lot. Not like, oh yeah, keep doing it, but it's just like,
Yeah.
it's funny to me when people try this.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's-
somebody's gonna know, especially
It's the
taking
internet, bro.
art. You're
Yeah.
taking art from a nerd hobby because this is a cyberpunk 2020
Yeah.
book or something. It's like,
Right, you know, some
dude.
nerd read that book back and forth a million times, bro.
yeah,
It's like, hey, I've
there's
seen
just
this
no
before.
way.
I have this.
Yeah,
as
oh
a-
man, that art looks really familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go look at my
It
books
popped
on my
in
shelf.
someone's mind.
Yep.
Well, it's like the doorway. Like it's like reskinned, right? It's like, oh, I'll make this. It's the orange mohawk,
It's
dude.
literally got the stairs behind it.
Yeah, everything. That's why when they flip it, it's like so fucking funny. It's like,
Oh,
come on,
man.
man. Yeah, just not even trying. Fucking boob. Bloomborough, Beetle and Grimby or something, or
This
Beetle
is
and
the
Grim-
one where it looks like it's got like a new mechanic.
Oh shit, that
party
set's coming
mechanic.
out, right?
Yeah, it's coming out. Yeah, I call this the +1 Canadian token, so you're gonna become a Canadian citizen. I don't know what mechanics gonna have that, but I'm assuming there's just gonna be a Canadian citizen or whatever. Yeah, Sky is telling us that in the guy who stole the art closed his social media account. It's probably because he's getting hate, because he deserves the hate. Stop stealing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck off, dude. Like, yeah, people suck. All right, but that's all there really is to say about that. Beetle and Grim seems to
Real-
be doing something.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
this. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
No, you were introducing it. I thought you were done with this.
No, Beetle and Grim. You can go to their website. I don't know if it's on pre-order yet, but they do this. It's random. It's not every single set, but like they did this with Kamigawa. They did this with something from last year. Maybe it's once per year that they do something kind of
I
cool.
like it.
They
Yeah.
did it with the D&D with all the
Yeah.
Yeah,
dragons.
there you go.
Am I gonna get it? Probably not, but yeah, I like it.
It's one of those things that you like. You'll buy it, and it'll just be like Magic memorabilia, and maybe like 10 years from now, like it's something cool to have. As far as like buying these for value, don't. It's just
Nope.
It's
If you
dumb.
like the art on the card, get it.
Yeah, but-
if you don't, don't.
that's
So-
really what there is to it.
This comes with the token that has a mana value, and like a lot of people have been like, "Oh, what could it be? Is it going to be a new type of deck?"
Yeah.
But I feel like people forget like you can have something that comes into play that makes a copy of itself.
Mm-hmm.
That copy
Ah.
has a mana value.
Oh, yeah.
Pack Rat.
Yep.
Pack
yep.
Rat is the perfect
Yeah.
example.
All those cards.
It has its mana
Fucking
value, so
clone.
it's probably just something that makes a copy of itself.
Clone is classic. It copies
Yeah.
if it copies a Sarah Angel, it's not blue 3 Sarah Angel. It's just a Sarah Angel 1-to-1. So yeah,
Mhm.
clones all its properties. But yeah, that's Bloomborough. Fallout Secret Lair. This is actually like
I'm so hyped for this.
yeah. So we don't. I think the A is gonna be the special card.
Let down.
Yeah, I'm with Josh. Sucks.
Nah, I
So-
think it's very on point for flavor.
Okay, fair. It looks like again. I don't have any affinity to these to Fallout, so like I don't find value. And the Steel Shaper gift just got reprinted, so like the value of that kind of came down big time. So there's not a lot. There's Steel Shaper's gift, Propaganda, Elixir of Immortality,
Propaganda
which
is
is
still like a $5 or $10 card.
is it okay? Council's Judgment, which is just like whatever. And then Idyllic Tutor and Lightning Bolt.
Tutor. I like the
Are
bolt
you
a
gonna
lot.
get this lightning bolt?
I'm gonna get it because I like Fallout Shelter, the game, which is where this art is from.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Okay, so there's that.
But
And
I
then
also need an
so.
idyllic tutor, so
whatever the A is going to be, which could be
I might have
Sure,
one
I
for you if you want it.
I mean I'm gonna get one from the secret layer. So
I guess.
Idyllic Tutor came out in Kamigawa, the Neon Dynasty.
no,
Yeah, it did. It was reprinted in that
I
set.
do. Are you sure?
100%.
I don't. I know it was in. What
Or
was
is it
that?
Theros? I'm
Beyond
sorry,
Death.
that's
it
what
was
I meant.
Theros
Sorry.
Beyond Death.
Yeah.
So that card is definitely not in standard.
Yeah, my bad. And then the last change, which is regional championships and pro tour changes. So right now it's currently, if you go to an RC, and this is starting with the round in May. So Jeff, top 64, please.
Oh, easy, no
Yeah, boy.
problem.
Yeah,
Get
so
in the Pro
it used to be the top 32 gets to go, and now it's top 64. And then it looks like for all the different areas, it's kind of either doubled or increased their count. So you can see on the screen, the USA really just applies to us, which it went from 32 invites to 64, which is great. I think more opportunity to go to the Pro Tour is way cooler. So
what are they doing? Are they just kicking out
So-
more people from the Pro Tour or on the lower?
No,
end,
just
or what?
increase the amount of
No.
people that are at the Pro Tour.
So the reason they did this is the Denver RC had 1,300 people show up.
Yep.
And
That's a
to
lot.
only pay an invite to the top 32 already is kind of sketch.
Yeah.
Not to mention the tournament is very top heavy with prize payout.
Mm-hmm.
So like you day 2 and you top 64, you did all this effort to literally get nothing.
Yeah, that does
So
not feel
like,
good.
and they said they felt that the Pro Tours didn't have a lot of like competitors at it, and which takes away from the hype.
Yep.
So having 64 at each RC also gives other people a chance to feel that
You're
stage light, you know, of being at the Pro Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having your friend from your F&M be there makes me invested. And like the more people that
Yeah, you get all hyped up.
correct. It was always cool to be like, I remember in the 2009, 2010 era, like when people were going to Grand Prix from our local F&M, and like this is like when I'm in it, I would hear about them and I'm cheering them on. I'm like, oh, what's his record? Like I'm not even like I just thought it was a cool
Dude.
thing.
Yeah.
It made me want to do it, and that's
Correct.
why I did start going to GPs and
Yeah.
PTQs and all that, is because like hearing like the people from the place we
glory.
went to F&M, yeah, and be like, oh man, that sounds like a lot of fun, dude. Like nowadays, I will admit there's tournaments I go to, and I'm like, damn, I really don't want to play 9 rounds. Like,
I
Yeah.
feel all the time.
but if it's for something that I'm really looking forward to, like when I did the RCQ, like
Oh, yeah.
I'm fully invested. Like I get a good night's sleep, you know,
yeah.
all that stuff.
We're,
And like
play for
especially
glo-
this RC,
yeah, play for glory,
we're-
baby.
yeah, we're actually driving down because it's
Mm-hmm.
just like infinitely cheaper.
Sure.
And we're staying at like an Airbnb with a pool, and
Where's
we're
that
going. It's in Dallas,
Oh,
and it's like right at the beginning of June, so it's gonna be super hot. But we found like a really nice
You and
Airbnb.
Antonio, right?
So it's gonna be me, Antonio, my girlfriend, and her best friend going.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Because that way, while I'm at the tournament, my girlfriend has someone, to go hang out with. I didn't want to like leave her alone at the Airbnb or whatever.
How long is
But
the drive?
we've-
Isn't it like a 20-hour drive?
It's like 15 hours and 43 minutes.
Okay.
Because Dallas is towards the top of Texas.
I'm
If
with
it
you.
would have been like Austin, it probably would have been like 20 hours.
Yeah.
You doing one day or no?
Well, you
We're leaving like Thursday. We're either gonna leave Thursday night, and get there like mid Friday,
Yeah.
or try to leave like at like 4 in the morning on Friday, so we can get there at like 8 o'clock at night and have dinner.
Yeah. And then go to
do
bed.
the Thursday route because in case something
that's
happens,
probably what-
like
So
You
I
don't
was
wanna be
even
shit out of
thinking
luck.
about. I was even thinking about taking off just all of Thursday and just leaving at like noon on Thursday.
yeah, I would do that because in case that you guys tap out, you don't have to like
Yeah.
muscle
rush.
through it. You're like, okay, let's just find a motel, get like sleep, get up early, and then go. Because
Plus, I really want to be there Friday because whenever they hold the RCs, the company that runs DreamHack, they always have like all these video game tournaments going on Friday at the convention center.
super sick.
And
Well, they-
my
that's
my
right.
pass for the RC lets you into that.
Interesting. I didn't know
That's
that.
So I'm
true
gonna go
sky.
watch a bunch of like video game tournaments and stuff like that. Plus, I've never been to Texas, so.
Alright.
But I'm looking forward to it. I'll be like well rested, and like with the 64 invites, it's almost kind of like rejuvenated my like energy about it, because I like at first I was like, man, 32 people,
It's
like
tough.
that's not like it's not a lot.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
But top 64, I think is something I can actually like strive to achieve.
Accomplished. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's great for
You got
everybody.
this.
I
Hell
go
yeah,
like
dude.
8-1.
Plus, I have to go to the Pro Tour so I can just brag about how you're all trash.
Oh, I agree. I would do. I expect nothing less from you. If you make the PT, you will be renowned
One
the
of us
best
got an
player.
approach her. That'd be wild.
Yeah, dude, that's the goal. Get there, dude.
Tony,
We're all on
you
your
could
side.
dunk on Tony all day long. It's
Like,
been
well,
his
you know,
dream.
I'll
do
1v1
that
you,
already.
and then I'll be like, I beat a guy from the Pro Tour, so am I really? I should have been there.
No, you always lose to him.
I know it sucks.
To be fair, I've beaten people that have been to the Pro Tour
Everybody
before.
has.
So.
Everybody
So have
has.
I.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling in the world.
Oh yeah.
You entitled piece of shit. I beat you again.
Most of them are fine. There's some of them that definitely have an error.
I mean, I'm hyper entitled, but that's because I earned it. I earned my stripes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Let's rank these damn keywords.
All right, here we go. So last we left off, we were doing Mirrodin block. We closed out Mirrodin block. Now we're in Champions block. So champions
Bushido.
Yo.
Bushido. Super
Terrible.
cool. It was introduced in Champions of Kamigawa. It's only featured on 38 cards, and an Infinity card has it, which is just a stickered card. I checked. This is my first rare that I played with against JB 5 times, and I immediately realized, because you had Path to Exile, that this
Awful.
made this card suck.
Oh yeah.
No, it
Story
doesn't.
time
Like,
how
the
we got
card doesn't
these.
suck. The removal's just too.
No,
good.
it sucked. Dude, Kamigawa is a set. It's a tough set,
Yeah,
but
it's real bad.
it's what I'm
what are
showing
you
on the
talking
screen
about?
is
You get your 2/2 for 1 mana.
Kanda, Lord of Iganjo, which is 5 white for a 3/3 legendary human samurai that has vigilance. Bushido 5, and then it is indestructible. Bushido is when it blocks or becomes blocked, it gets a bonus. It's the idea that the samurai is like 1v1 me, bitch.
I'm not going to rank it super high, but I just want to say I don't think that the ability Bushido is bad. Like, there's no negative to it. Like, it's nothing but a positive for the card being on there.
Oh yeah.
But it's just an ability that doesn't
Yeah, it might be a D.
matter.
It's probably a D.
I don't think. I was going to say C.
It's
Could be.
bad, baby.
It's D.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
is.
trash.
How is
F
it
is
bad,
like
though?
F is unplayable, terrible, makes it awful.
Yeah, I mean, there's no downside to it. It just has no card. Like, aside from the
There's no
card I'm
advantage.
showing with you and the 2 brothers, what other card can you name that has Bushido?
I don't even know the 2 brothers.
Brothers Yamazaki.
Yeah, those are the
He
2.
said that.
Yep, I know, but because it's the same card with 2 different arts.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. This sucks.
There's not-
I was saying the name
You
because
just play this. You just play this with the lure cards.
Yeah.
Boom,
But this
Bushido's
doesn't
good.
trigger multiple times. It's just like so
No.
they block with 7 guys, but like again, a 7 mana 3/3 that becomes an 8/8 is just like I couldn't find the other cards that were good. There's like 2 mana 1/1 Bushido guys. There's the White Knight and the Black Knight variant, which have pro that
Yeah.
opposite that have Bushido, but like, dude, I don't. This came out after Mirrodin, so Mirrodin was such a strong set. This
And
card,
Well, yeah, they
guy-
tried
this
to-
guy
they
has
tried to power down.
indestructible. This guy is indestructible.
7
but
mana
just imagine-
indestructible, which
Just imagine, every other one does not.
Ah.
You just kill it. It's dead.
and Dark Steel, I believe, has a -X effect in there, so it's just like super
Hell
bad.
yeah.
It's just like it's so bad, man. I mean, I'm sticking on D. Is there any contention on this? I know you're saying it should be C, but like the ability is bad.
I still don't think that the ability itself is bad.
Well,
I
there's
think
just
it's
there's not a
unfair.
supporting card. Like I mean, when Modern Horizons
Yeah.
3 comes out with like a Bushido 10 on a 1/1, we're like, all right, guys, let's roll
For
back.
1 mana.
Yeah, we'll talk about it then.
That
but-
wouldn't even be that good because you just don't block and you take one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bad.
It's bad. It's so bad. You're like, yeah, I'll take 3.
It'd
7
be the
mana, 3/3.
ultimate blocker, but
I'm gonna play this 7 mana 3/3 unblockable. Yeah,
Yeah.
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna build
Cool.
this commander deck and I'm gonna beat your
Nice.
ass with the JV.
I have an invisible stalker with a butcher's cleaver. I'm winning the race. like, yeah, it's really rough.
Challenge accepted. I found
Alright,
my
moving
new
on.
EDH.
Garbage D.
Oh, there's Toshiro Umezawa, which is an EDH general that I've seen before.
Yeah, this card's kind of dumb.
Yeah, it's because of not Bushido 1.
This
Nobody
card-
blocks
Yeah,
with this card.
The other ability.
This card was good in tiny leaders.
Yeah.
Oh no. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah. All right, it's cool. Next up is Flip, the ability, and this don't get this confused with Transform. This is Flip cards, which what I'm showing
This
on
is
the
actually a flip card.
so what I'm showing on the screen is Jushi Apprentice, which has a
Rogue.
art in the center of the card. It's got text box on top, text box on bottom, and it's 1 in a blue for a 1/2 human wizard. Blue and 2, tap, draw a card. If your hand has 9 or more cards, you flip it, and then you just literally take the card and you do a 180 with
Rotate
it. You do like a pop shove it
this
if you
is
know
pre-
skateboarding.
This is pre-flip, right? So it's just like
Yeah.
Well, this is
essentially
flip.
the same as flip.
This is flip.
before. Well, you know what I'm saying.
If you refer to a flip card in Magic, it's this. Transform. Yes, the card physically flips, but
Okay,
Or
whatever.
DFC,
You know what I
or
mean. This is
DFC.
just transform without them doing it on the back.
yeah, this is when
Yeah.
Magic was sacred, where you could not alter the back of the card. They were like,
Yep.
never. You can't do anything different. This is the box you live in. But yeah, so it transforms, or sorry, flips into a 2/3 named Tomoya the Revealer, and it's blue 3 tap. Target player draws X cards where X is the number of cards in your hand. Like, again, super conditional to get the flip. The art is heinous on all these cards, and the way that you have to read these cards, like, imagine being unlimited,
the
being
idea
like,
of the art.
being unlimited, be like, okay, like, what does this do? But yeah,
I like the flip art on it. It's cool.
yeah. So like cards that are relevant, I've seen these in cubes. Nozumi Grave Robber,
There's
that
the
might be.
banned one in
Grave Robber.
EDH.
Yeah, that's the only
Yep.
one I've seen. And then the Arayo, the
And
classics.
Oraio.
Yeah, this one came out in
And everything.
Saviors. Yeah, the cat. Everybody's like, I don't want to play Boseiju because it's expensive.
There's too many counter spells.
I don't want to play it.
band.
It is.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
EDH.
Nobody wants to play
Because
Abrupt
everyone's a
Decay because
baby.
God forbid you play Abrupt Decay.
How
Just play-
dare you
Why?
have
It doesn't
more
even
than
matter.
one
Just play
spell?
Blasphemous Act.
It counters the first spell you play every turn, and then you,
Right,
you
you tell
play.
me you can't cast 2 spells in a turn.
Well, the idea is you play this, and everybody's like, Wombo
Okay.
combo, rule of
Blasphemous Act
law.
doesn't kill it. Blasphemous Act doesn't kill it.
It's also an enchantment.
Oh,
yeah.
it's an enchantment. Yeah.
But yeah, everybody's just crying. People cry harder. Play more spells. But this doesn't deserve to be banned. Those are all the cards that I found that were significant.
Bullshit.
This card sucks.
I
Scholarship is
think
even
it's-
worse,
let's
dude.
see.
That's the worst ability.
Yeah, hold on. We might be hitting F territory. But anyways, flip card. Where do you want to go with this? I know there are B, C, B.
D.
I'll give it a C because there's one
Bro.
card that shows up in
Ryo.
my cube.
Nozumi.
You know, the
Grave
black
Robber.
one shows up in my cube.
It's still like
At
legit.
that point, there's one, but
So here's the
You
problem.
can't even give me a
You're
Bushido
talking about
card.
Bushido as
yes, the
D,
black
and this is
one, the
D.
3-mana one.
But Bushido doesn't give you extra abilities. This gives you extra options.
This is
on
a
your
mana
card.
dump. You can do something else with it, and like this,
Yep.
like at least for
And
the
there's good
yeah.
effects on the other side.
Bushido, just like all the cards are like here.
Just like buff my
They're
guy.
super
Oh, okay.
like they're super undercosted. Like
Bro,
they're power.
stop committing a crime.
Okay.
Gone.
All right, we're moving on.
See,
Welcome to the world of Soul Shift, which
I don't know
Oh,
what this is.
Terrible.
it only exists on 27 cards. It came out in Champions last year's in Saviors. Soul Shift N, which when this creature dies, you may return a spirit card, specifically spirit, with mana value N or less from your graveyard.
I didn't
to
even
your
know
hand.
this was an ability.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never heard of
Yeah.
this in my life.
That's because you didn't play during
Dude.
Kamigawa.
This is
I
the
know,
only.
and
This,
no one played it during that either.
this is the rare that I could find. There's only one rare Soul Shift card. All the other ones are so fucking bad. The
Wait,
idea of Soul
doesn't
Shift
one of the Kami trees have Soul Shift?
There's, yeah, one of them does.
does it.
Got like
Okay.
Soul Shift 8 or something.
Yeah. So,
so
the
if it was put it onto the field, would it be better?
yes, but it doesn't. The idea is like so you play your so you go like turn 2 spirit, turn 3 spirit, block, turn 4 spirit, block, get the 3 spirit back, get the 2 spirit back, and you keep chaining it. And the idea is like you play an 8 drop and then it dies, get the 7 drop, play the 7 drop, plays the 6 drop, but they're all so goddamn bad. Not a single one is good, and this is such a huge setup for just spirits. And there was no other spirits.
What's the
There was just in
strongest
Kamigawa.
spirit?
Yeah, and
Soul Shift was good during Kamigawa.
yeah, was it?
Bad. F.
I mean, seriously.
I think there was a Soul Shift deck in Kamigawa.
Was it like a? Yeah, I wonder how it played.
It was with one of the.
You gotta
green
remember the
ones.
time, man. Like,
I know.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
abilities are bad because
Hold on.
nowadays, like,
Planeswalkers
they were being
didn't
put into
exist.
play.
You
What are
can't convince me of
Laurelwood
that shit.
was just coming around the corner.
You can't convince me of that shit because Mirrodin existed. They had affinity, equipment, like
Gotta
sunburst.
understand.
Well, yeah, after
gotta-
like you almost
This
destroyed the
this
game,
rotated-
of course you're gonna
This
die with it.
rotated. Mirrodin rotated out when this rotated. in.
No, it went Mirrodin, Champions, Ravnica. So Mirrodin
Oh,
was with
that's right.
it was Mirrodin and
Yeah.
Onslaught, which was like holy crap, and then Mirrodin and Champions, which like there was not a single card except for Jitte.
Mirrodin got banned.
Mirrodin got banned and still was top dog. The only card that's from Kamigawa that's
The
significant.
dragons also saw play.
Did they? Okay, maybe I forgot
Mhm.
about those.
Kakusho.
Yeah.
That was banned in EDH once because people were booty. But I'm gonna just Scryfall Soul Shift real quick and just see if how many cards have Soul Shift.
Well, I definitely agree this ability is bad now. Like,
Bro, it's like a super F.
even though it has more targets now.
Yeah, like here I'm pulling up the cards right now. Do you recognize any of these?
Yeah, I've played Kamigawa
The
Limited.
green one. The green one.
There's the
There's also like a black one that He Who Hungers. That one does.
A 6-mana 2/2 Fear with Soul Shift 5.
Man, a Soul Shift 8. Get out of here.
Dude,
It's all garbage.
These cards suck so much. These cards suck so much
Yeehaw
ass.
Liars guy. It's okay.
The commies. I remember
Oh,
those
dude, the
two.
one one that soul shifts and
Soul
grabs.
Shift
His...
7.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Go on.
If it was enters the battlefield, if it put it on the battlefield, that'd be sick.
Well, then that's why they
That's too
couldn't.
strong an ability.
Yeah, because
back
then you can just
man.
chain them forever. You can go like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get this guy. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get this guy. Like you'd be able to just keep going like this, like up and down the ladder. Dude,
No.
yes, you could. You could go 6, 5, 4. This guy's not a spirit.
Yeah, but he'd have
fixed.
to die.
Yeah, you have a sack outlet.
Okay, whatever.
Skull clamp.
It
Or
was
fan
in the
card,
format.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Yeah, there's the green one that has
Dude,
the
I'm trying to think
rare.
of what you could cheat in.
Down one more.
You just-
It's
I'm
Kodama of
changing the
Oh, I
ability,
missed
but I
one.
just want to see if you could do some degenerate shit with cheating in
This doesn't have soul
7
shift.
mana spirit.
Yeah, it does.
This
It's Soul
one?
Shift.
Oh, this one
Has
does.
Soul Shift X, where
I'm looking
X
at-
is
I'm
the
looking at
number of
Kodama.
spirits you control.
Bro, dude.
What's the best spirit card in the game?
In the game?
Spirit bomb from Goku?
Moonshaker Calvary?
What's the one that sacks and counters?
Uh,
That or no, there's the 3-mana one that like
All right.
O-rings a spell.
all right, this ability is fucking F.
We can give it an F. I agree.
So
It's
bad.
not good.
It's so bad.
It's garbage.
It wasn't even
Moonshaker
good during
Calvary,
Champions,
pretty good
man.
spirit.
Like imagine like having soul shift and like, oh, yeah, Umazawa's your take.
Now this ability,
Splice, yeah,
It's okay.
what's good?
it's good.
Card is,
Decent.
or this ability is amazing.
It's like
They-
a
Lord of the Rings has Splice. They have 3 different instances that Splice specifically onto instant and sorcery cards. So they've gotten rid of the arcane,
Yep.
but the idea was Splice onto a quantity. And it shows Desperate Ritual, which is still a commonly played card to this day. It's instant arcane, and you can splice onto an arcane spell. So when there's an arcane spell on the stack, you have the whole priority, and then you can pay its splice cost to get the. It's essentially smashing 2 cards into one, but the difference is you get to keep the thing. It's like you're adding channeling and like the ability.
You're like copying the spell almost.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So like there were corner cases where like I have 2 Desperate Rituals. Desperate Ritual, go into my Desperate Ritual, get 6 mana, then cast a Desperate Ritual, go up to 7 mana and so forth. So there was like cool stuff like that happened for sure. Yeah,
I think this is an A.
it's pretty good. Goryo's Vengeance, which I forgot has Splice Arcane because
I mean, you're never gonna splice.
How
Half of
relevant.
these cards you don't even splice, but
well that
it's
one
just
does
good.
it. And then did you forget about this one, Through the Breach?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Half of these you wouldn't splice. They're just good.
They're just cards that are good on their own that just happen to have Splice. So the
Yeah.
one super edge corner case, they're like, I spliced it.
I actually
Yeah.
did it this time.
So Splice, the new Splices, I will say like Splice on instant and sorcery where it's not just so generically into one thing, a lot better. Splice onto Arcane means that it only exists with the 20 cards or 20 some cards from Champions of Kamigawa, which is
Yeah.
again super parasitic
Yep.
I
ability.
still think it's
Question:
an
Yeah.
Is Obstat the best spirit?
No.
A. No,
Guys, the same draft.
Oh,
I still Spell Queller.
Yeah, probably
No.
Spell Queller. All those spirits that came out recently.
I was just curious.
So
We were talking about spirits, so I wanted to know.
Splice the ability alone is just added value, and usually they kind of got it right with like
It's a B.
I say it's B. If it was Splice on
Sometimes
any
it's
instance of
good.
sorcery,
In
it's
like
good.
in limited, you can do some goofy stuff with it.
Yeah, Dampen Thoughts. I
Figure it
remember
out.
that one was a big one. That's the
Yep,
Mill 3
you
one.
just
That's
Go
like
to a while.
yeah. All right.
B.
What creature is that even supposed to be?
Anyone want to argue?
One of the
Yes,
spirits
it
that you
should
can put
be
into
A.
play.
Why
Should
do you
be-
want to?
Because it's literally being able to play this. Like you're getting an extra copy of that spell for free.
I showed the 3. I showed you 3 arcane spells that you would play. Those are the 3.
Yes, but it specifically says splice onto. So like yes, we also have the instants and sorcery
Yep.
ones.
That's
do we
what
not?
that's what brings it up.
Yeah, and that's why I think it should be an A.
Do you know any of the Lord of the Rings cards?
They're played in the.
I'm only asking because I don't know them.
I don't either.
One that I just looking at them. There's one that there's one that goads a creature.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're
Nope.
not selling me here.
B.
I'm gonna need one that.
Whatever.
only one I
If
found
you're
was
gonna,
like-
I'm not like I just don't care enough. It to be.
Okay.
I just don't care enough.
Dude, Champions is a rough block.
I'm here to argue.
And this is the first time that we got Vigilance keyworded.
Really?
Yeah, because before that, here it is mirrored attacking creatures.
Oh,
don't
because
fuzz.
it wasn't actually keyworded,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Okay.
so Vigilance has
Been
existed
around.
since the beginning.
Yeah, because I was like,
There's only
Sarah
one.
Angel
There's only
has
one
had
Lord of the
Vigilance
Rings card that
forever.
has twice,
Okay, got it.
and it goads
Threw me off
creatures.
with that.
Dude, that is a buff ass elephant.
That's fucking dope. Too bad it's a 5-minute 3/3. Like,
Oh, you know, there's that really good card with Vigilance right there.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
I love
You got
Kondo.
Bushido 5.
Shout out to this is the first card that had it.
Vigilance, B.
Oh.
It's not completely degenerate, but it also is pretty good.
It's on the original win condition, Sarah Angel.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
It just wasn't
but it's not
keyworded
bugged.
then.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
think it's an A.
you don't have to think you don't have to think about like blocking, right? You're just like
Yeah, you just
you
go.
just
Well,
attacking.
you look at their board and see what they can block
Right.
with, and you go, yeah.
You're like
I'll
you
go.
figure it out.
Hold up. Condo. Crit's so good. It can attack and block with
Ah,
Bushido.
Shut the fuck up. It's so bad.
It's got vigilance, bro.
Check it
That's
out.
a free attack.
Bushido
You take 3 and I block.
7 minutes.
It's an 8/8 when I block.
Exactly, and it's got
Isn't it- they
indestructible.
already
You
had
ain't
that,
killing
like
it.
Jareth, Leonin Titan that already existed.
Yeah, big fat guy that it gets +7
Yeah.
toughness, which makes it like a 4/7 14. Yeah.
pretty
I
good
think
threat.
vigilance is an A. It's a good ability.
Yeah,
like,
I'd give it an A.
Yeah,
guess.
it's on so many different cards that like through the
It's just
history.
a bonus a lot of
Like,
I feel
the
like
time.
it's
Mantis
like the
Rider,
original unblockable.
Lightning Angel, like all these cards.
And it makes threats really, really strong because it's like,
Well, they have to be
you know,
careful how they
suddenly-
like they stat it, right? You
suddenly-
can't make it degenerate.
Yep.
Okay,
fine, A.
he's good. Like it's never
51% white cards.
yeah. Avoids cards like Assassinate, which has to destroy tap creatures. Good luck, idiot. And the last one, which is the death of
Defender.
Wall. Here's the original one of the original walls. It just says summon walls. Do you remember? Well, you guys probably played. I didn't play during this time, but where you had to have a manual to know that this card couldn't attack.
Yeah, you just knew that any creature
Yeah.
that was a wall type
Walls
couldn't
can't attack.
I mean, what's even
It,
dumber?
like
is
for
mono
most of
and-
the time, most of the time it made sense because most of the time they didn't have 0. But there's like a wall that was like a 3/2.
Wall of bone, wall of swords.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, that's
there's a
what's really, really
bunch.
dumb. Like, you go back to those old rules or whatever, and you look at Winter Orb, is
Yeah.
a mono artifact. So if it's tapped, it's not active. If
'Cause-
it's untapped, it's active.
It wasn't a poly artifact where it could work. Yeah.
Howling Mind is the same way.
Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
on-off
It's so
switches.
stupid.
This is like when Magic was like thought of as like a board game versus like a
Yep.
card game, and I mean they're the original card game or one of them aside from like playing
Yeah.
card games. But yeah, so here's Wall of Earth that's showing. There's just one number for 0/6 that
Best
can't
wall.
That's a question I have for you guys. Here's another one where actually it states that the walls can't attack in Urza Saga. This one's a 1/3 with first strike. That's cycling, and then it becomes all the way up to Mirrodin, which still has walls can't attack, and then they switched it over to Defender because I think they wanted to give things that weren't walls the ability not to attack.
Specifically Trapper.
Trap Brute Kami is
Yeah.
gross. Card is busted.
Green for a
Oh.
0-star
Yeah.
equal to it has reach too, which reach gets introduced in
block.
reach gets brought into Future Sight because Future Sight's like, oh, we got to keyword all these other abilities.
Yeah,
but
the things we've had forever.
yeah,
I
so
would say
Wall of
top
Denial.
3.
that's
Wall of
the wall-
Denial,
yeah, it's like a big
Omen, and Wall of Roots.
what's the
Yeah.
there was Wall of Blossoms, which is the original Wall of Omens,
Oh,
right?
I was thinking
You
of
have
Wall of
you have
Blossoms.
you have Tinder Wall, you have the
Ooh, that's right.
Tinderwall red.
Tinderwall is good.
Tinder Wall is good.
Good
It's
walls.
set. And then what's the one that they like it's still getting played as a 4x in the Yawgmoth decks? Is that Wall of Roots
Wall
where,
of
where it gets
Blossoms.
No,
or-
the
or
one where you put the
minus
minus
one-
counter.
or -0,
That's Wall of
-1
Roots.
counter? Yeah, oh, you added
Loops,
green.
Wall of Roots,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, there's some good walls.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still think the Roadrunner from the new set should have cannot be blocked by walls.
I agree. Yeah, we should email Wizards.
Wall
and be
isn't
like,
a creature type used anymore.
Alright.
Yeah, it is. It's
Wall-
Wall of Omens
Yes.
has it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So technically,
Yes,
this
but
is
I'm saying
only a
now,
negative.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
when's the last time a
there-
wall creature type
There
was
was
printed?
a recent wall.
I'll just
Technically, wall is only a negative, right?
Yeah,
Keeps you from attacking.
Well, it's not wall. It's defender.
defender.
Fine, defender.
That changed.
Defender is
Yes, defender is an F. It's trash.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
What good thing comes out of something having defender?
wall of reverence, gain life.
No.
It would do that without. It would do that without defender.
Yeah, it's fair. You know,
Defender's
Like-
bad. F.
makes Doran better.
F.
What door? Again, doesn't matter if they're a defender. Or not.
I know it can't be an F, but yeah, it's probably an F.
It is an F. Like, it's
a,
F.
trash.
Just like cumulative upkeep is an F. This is an F.
Wall of stolen identity in 2019.
the only thing that I would say that gets it out of it being F is because there are cards that are played. There are cards that are played that have defender. It's the only thing that's changing it.
Nope.
Okay.
That's all I'm
Nope,
adding
that's
to
a
it.
bad
That's it.
statement.
It's not a
There's
bullshit.
cards that are played with.
Yeah.
Soul Shift? Name one. I'm listening.
No, I was gonna say that.
I'm here to
Cumulative upkeep.
I'm here to
Yeah.
listen.
There's
well,
like 2 cumulative upkeep.
That's fair.
cards.
It is. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, defender is just poopies.
F.
The defender just means they can.
We already put our fucking stake in the ground on this one.
Yeah, I agree. It's
Negative
F.
effects that are purely negative. F.
Yeah, this is purely negative. Can't attack unless you have.
There was a wall printed in 2022.
Yeah, there's.
in
I'm looking. Up.
Dominaria
It's-
United.
Yep.
Josh is really pumped about these.
There's one in
walls.
the
Oh,
fuck
cool.
sanctuary wall right here. It's printed in murders. Sanctuary
Yeah.
wall. Suck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wall that
Wallmans is so good.
Yeah, it's a classic, baby. Dude, that was when
King
you
of the Stall deck.
turn 2 Wall of Omens, turn 3 something,
Wall of Omens.
turn 4 turn 4 Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Planeswalker.
You're just like hand
Or
like hand-
Elspeth and make a guy
They're
that's
trash.
You just
They're
cry.
F.
You just cry.
Wall of Omens was so good. Jeff just hates it because he could never get through them.
Well, he probably hates.
Wow,
If anything,
what a-
you could get through a Wall of Omens with like a plated GP or a Stepling. When
Yeah,
someone was like,
not
"I'm
with a
gaming
Wall
the
of
Boros
Denial.
deck. I'm gonna play Wall of Denial," you're just like, Jesus Christ, I can't beat this goddamn card. It's got Shroud. And it
Well,
blocks
I was
fly.
also playing red white, so
Yeah.
I had Path to Exile.
It has Shroud.
Yeah, it didn't
So
matter.
it had hexproof, didn't it?
No Shroud, because you couldn't.
It was shroud. Okay.
It was
Free
annoying.
hexproof, I think.
Yeah, you couldn't target it with your own cool stuff. You couldn't make it +3/+3 with Elspeth.
I don't even care. I'll just swing through it, go wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that concludes our
Yeah, and then
edition.
I'll play
of-
my wall. Oh, whatever.
And
I
then
was
next
playing,
week
Johnny Benjamin.
we have.
Vengeance good.
Next week we're going to Ravnica in 9th edition, which has Enchant, Convoke, Dredge. Oh, we still have one from Saviors, Epic. I missed Ninjutsu,
Oh yeah.
Offering,
What
There's
did you
only
call
5
me?
epic cards.
Ninjutsu,
Epic.
Epic, Transmute, Channel. Okay, hold on.
Ninjutsu's
I
good.
missed a lot. Yeah, Saviors might not have been all that bad. Channels is pretty good at damn ability. Sweep.
Channel and Ninjutsu are both good.
Yep. So we got a lot to
We-
go over next week. I'm
You
a
got
big fan
broom
of.
over there. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the ability called Sweep? It's only exists on
No.
4 cards. In Saviors of Kamigawa. That's it.
Stop making
Yeah.
things up. You're just making these cards up.
Kamigawa is such a beautiful set because there's so many cards, so many different shitty abilities. that
Wait a minute.
No one talks about because no
Hold
one
on.
plays it.
I'm staring at a card right here that has a term called Fox Offering. What the hell is that?
That's some furry shit.
Yeah, it's offering.
No, it's the spirit from it's the
there's-
spirit from Kamigawa.
yeah,
It
there's-
says
there's-
Fox Offering.
Yeah, there's 5
Yeah.
different offering cards in all of Betrayers. There's
You
Epic.
remember the
Are you
champion
gonna,
ability?
are you gonna lump them all into Offering?
Yeah, it's just all because there's
So-
Fox offering. It's just offering
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I got it now.
All right.
I saw that. I'm like, I've never heard of that in my life.
You can't because these aren't things. Okay, that's all I can say.
Not a single person on this
you
planet.
you
has
couldn't have
played
heard of them. You couldn't have heard of
Patron
them.
of the Kitsune.
I'm a
No,
big
there's that green enchantment that has epic that was
What
played
is
like
this
makes
lone
the 1/1
shark?
snakes.
lone shark. Yeah,
Oh
it's
my god.
Why would a shark be in the
What
desert,
is
bro?
this art?
because it's here to make money.
Because he's a loan shark, bro.
What about Bristly Bill, Spine Sower?
Dude,
Like
I like
the
that
card?
card.
Card's sick.
I like
Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill.
That card's pretty sick, actually.
Vadmir, like Vladimir.
Oh,
Oh, there's Paul Bunyan, by the way.
yeah, Bonnie Paul.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what they did there.
Got the ox behind him.
Dude,
Yeah.
I do like the Rico of Many Paths, by the way. I think that's a cool
Rico, yeah, he's
commander
pretty
like
cool.
ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burst
Alright,
Tallers
we
in
done?
there. Yeah,
Your
we're almost done.
favorite
No, they
people
have this
of the
card, which
day.
yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here.
I just want to know if I can go get food or not.
Yeah, go get food, fatty.
No.
Do you want to talk about this real
Yeah.
quick? This Step Between Worlds, which is just Time Twister with plot.
But it gives you the option because Shieldred's in the format.
Yeah, so you don't have to
That's
die.
pretty good.
Yeah, you're like, hey, you're not gonna die.
It's a
But,
good card. I
yeah,
like
so
this card.
You plot it, and then obviously you're like, all right, I'm gonna combo off this turn, and you draw 7 more cards. So like, is
Yeah.
it real?
It sure is.
This
This
bear
is
shit
pretty
in the
good.
woods.
Yeah. This card makes meteorites, which is an artifact token from like M13 or M14.
It's an artifact creature
It's
or
like a
artifact.
better.
Yeah, it makes
rock.
the exact thing. It makes meteorites.
Is it a better rock? Yeah, it's a better rock.
Yeah. So it is deal damage.
Meteorite is a magic
Deal
card.
two.
It is. Yep. Yeah, that's I think the.
Lumber
cool.
Junction.
Oh wait, hold on. There's one card I do want to talk about.
I like that shark.
The
sure.
upgraded rule of law, rule of law.
Wall?
No, rule of law.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, yeah.
The
yeah.
2-mana one.
And we're getting the rest of the fast lands. Woo!
Woo! Those
Nice.
are reprinted. Where the hell's the rule of law?
Not
Whatever.
reprinted.
I'm not looking for it. This is.
White card.
You saw it. You already went by it. It's fine.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's down.
But-
Down, 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 down.
Going down, down. You're lying
Gone.
around.
Gone.
You lying to my face, you little
There
bitch.
go wood
Gone.
going down,
Keep gone.
swinging.
It wasn't fucking printed yesterday.
Right there. Oh wait, no, never mind.
You fucking bitch.
Keep going down, keep going down.
No,
There's
you're
other
lying.
cards.
All right, we're done.
You're lying to me.
We're done.
All right.
It's over.
All right, Josh, get us the hell out of here with your spicy
Oh,
spicy
God,
meatballs.
I'm not looking forward to this.
Tell me.
Walker Texas Ranger is a better Western than the Mandalorian. And
my
it's
God.
Wednesday, my dudes.
Ooh,
Walker
is
Texas Ranger
so
is like
trash.
Forget about
is
the
the
Mandalorian.
classic Western.
it is
No,
classic.
it's
There's
not.
no
No
better.
attachment to.
That'd be like the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like,
Yeah, dude.
There's no
what are you
better
talking
Western.
about?
Everybody tells me to
Walker
watch
Texas
westerns because
Ranger.
they have something to do with spaghetti, but I don't want to.
Spaghetti westerns
just
are like
walk-
joke
Walker
westerns.
Texas Ranger's got Chuck Norris in it. What more
Yeah,
do you
and
need?
Chuck Norris is trash.
Remember the coolest meme ever?
that
Remember
man literally got
That
beat up
meme
in a
was alive
movie.
for like years.
Do you remember my brother JB that had that poster of the 100 facts about Chuck Norris, and he
Yep.
thought that was the funniest fucking thing in the world? I was like,
Oh,
oh,
man.
you are just so stupid. You stupid
That's
bitch.
like mid
I had a
2000s
friend that
internet
thought I was
humor
the
at its
funniest thing
finest.
Oh yeah. Shoot the sheriff.
All right.
Bye. All right.
Bye, Felicia. All right.
Bye.
What
I'm
a
getting out of here.
jump! I hate
Good
it.
night.
That
Bye.
flavor text on shoot the sheriff.
What is it?
Now where's the
where is
deputy?
that deputy?
Why do you hate that? That's awesome.
'Cause it's a stupid Bob Marley song.
Yeah, dude. Bob Marley is lame.
I mean,
Psych.
it's not lame. It's
No.
We'll talk about it too
Everybody
much.
says he's got hits. That dude's music is like
fine.
mids at best.
He's
That's the hot
fine.
take.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Take that to
fine.
goddamn
Dude,
bank.
honestly, that's how I felt about Michael Jackson.
Some good stuff. But... Whoa. Only because it's good in vaporwave. It's way better.
Michael
when it's
Jackson?
slowed down.
Everybody remixes Jamona. Nobody would know what
You
I'm
do that
doing.
all too well, Tony.
Everybody loves them. Guy made
Well,
Thriller.
No, that's a lie.
Well,
I'm